Good morning, welcome. This is DN News Liberia. My name is Aaron Kuban. In observance of Liberia's 178th Flag Day celebrations, students from various schools across Monrovia and its environs have gathered here at the BTC barrack as usual. It is a normal routine annually for students to gather here. It's the mostly on the 24th day of August, but today is the 25th. As you know, yesterday was Sunday, and so the day is being observed today. The flag is a national symbol. The flag is one of Liberia's national symbol, which shows independence, freedom. As the flag waved or the flag is hoisted, it shows a country rising to nobler height. So as a nation, as a country, every year the flag is celebrated for over 178 years. As you know, the flag of Liberia was designed by 7 women, headed by Susanna Lewis, the wife of John Lewis. And John Lewis, as a matter of fact, was one of the 11 men who signed the Declaration of Independence in 1847 in July. So 1 month later, his wife led a team of 7 women to design the flag of Liberia. And the flag is synonymous to the United States of America's flag. However, it has a single star, unlike the United States of America's flag. And after a month of our Declaration of Independence, in July, August, that's nearly a month or so, because from July 26th to the 24th is just 2 days less than a month on the calendar. The flag was finally hoisted by the Republic of Liberia. And so this flag is being celebrated here. We urge you to share this live. Different schools will try to get the names of these schools, because we just cannot give you the name of the schools just by the design of the uniforms, because there are uniforms that are synonymous. You know, for different schools. But in the school making the loudest noise here might be St. Teresa Convent. Yes, I got that. St. Teresa Convent. It's an all-girls school. Is that this is just a warm-up session that is ongoing here. Just a one more session. Monrovia College, MC, a very old, one of the cornerstones of Liberia in terms of education in this country. MC, here the Worldwide Mission School, College of West Africa, CWA. There is a convent there with their school oath. See, there is a convent with their school oath. So, land formation. The land formation now. The parade. It seems like the parade is going to begin. Right here at the Monrovia College, the College of West Africa, the College of West Africa, CWA, Worldwide Mission School, the Worldwide Mission School also here. And members of the Armed Forces of Liberia, the AFL, are the ones leading this parade and coordinating things here live from the BTC barrack. It's the Barclay Training Center here in Central Monrovia. So different schools are here. Different schools here, and as a matter of fact, most of the schools, some of you maybe you'll be watching from different country. This is Liberia, the Republic of Liberia, on the west coast of Africa. This is where this country is located, and this is the 170th Flag Day celebration. The flag by this country was designed and hoisted on the 24th day of August 1847, just a month after the Declaration of Independence in July 1847. So this is a very long queue of our students from different schools here forming part. As you know, schools have closed. However, when there is an event of such, the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Education, informed the various institutions, and those students are recruited, they are trained, and made to participate in the Independence Day that's the Flag Day celebrations. I participated in one of the Flag Day, though we did regular drills at the Special Project High School in Stephen Tober, where I attended. I participated in one of our events of such, and I don't know whether this is just regular, that once there is Independence Day or August 24th, the 2 days, we're always having heavy downpour, very heavy downpour, and we noticed there's rainfall here this morning. So very shortly, it is going to start. the Liberia Army, yeah, the Armed Forces of Liberia. The Armed Forces of Liberia is the one coordinating this. So let's get a view of the students here. They are in attention. Let's get their facial expression. The facial expression of these guys as they stand in attention, trying to make them parallel each other.
Yeah, the big five, the veteran. She wants me to position the mic so that this
Wow.
veteran. So she follows the path of all being apart from all religious
So it's a very long queue here. Very, very long queue. Should be to be the Jonathan Gorich. Jonathan Gorich. The D12 Memorial High School also here. The D12 Memorial High School. Grady Allison. Grady Allison is here too as well. This. Monrovia Stopman High School. Also here. So these are all renowned schools in the country, whether it is faith-based, government-owned, privately owned schools as well. These are all prominent schools in the country, well known for their participation in most of these events regularly during the year. So we like to say, keep following, share this live, and as we will bring you this parade across Central Monrovia, if it is done regularly, it is done regularly. So we looking forward to how it is going to be done. But keep following. Keep following. This is DN News Liberia.
I'm serious. Like, he will tell you the sound of, even if the soldier advances the arm, to perform the mental drill.
These are very serious young people who have gathered here. They may give in the last
So before that, first arrow is hard, but you know where. At least you know where. Right. It's hard, you can step right. Right. The drill from the lead, salute. So today's
grading them through how this entire activity is going to be like in terms of the art rights that we're going to be giving.
stop. So all of that, step up outside we enter in the box. Please, come on up. Please. Don't be too out there with a drum.
So they've been given that petal. Don't be too happy with the sound of the drum.
Environment, not discipline, housewife, the sizing, the formative, the sitting. As they were postal, your postal, your faith. No born over there born. Your fee on the flag, your faith. They will pay you. They pay the boy go from there. All you can do is get up.
So that's what we're saying and giving you some historicity about the Flag Day. So if you just join us, this is Liberia 178th Flag Day observance. 178th Independence. Flag Day, sorry. Celebration. Yeah. And this is regularly done. Students will gather to parade, displaying the flag of the Republic, a national symbol of signs of our freedom. And that's the flag. This is DN News Liberia. My name is Aaron Kuban. We urge you to share this live. Keep following our live here. The rain is falling here, not very heavy, but when it reaches to a point where it becomes heavier than this, then it is going to disturb our life here. We just hope that it remains this way. Armed Forces of Liberia coordinating this entire drill. We know that the Ministry of Education is mostly involved. The Ministry of Education is mostly involved with so the Islamic schools too as well, participating in this entire parade. So this place is, so that's the stand here. That's the stand where you see sometimes when there is the Armed Forces Day. On the Armed Forces Day, this is where it is usually observed. The parade, the inspection of troop, and everything is done right here. And Army celebrate. So it is where the Flag Day is taking place too as well, at the Barclay Training Center here in Central Monrovia, the BTC. This is the BTC, the Barclay Training Center. So once the parade begins, I know it's going to be tense here. It's going to be very exciting and very, very much emotional. People will be reminiscing on those days when they were in high school. Remember, you out of the country and you're gonna be watching this. You're gonna be thinking about your days in schools like St. Teresa Convent, College of West Africa, Worldwide Mission School, Monrovia College, Tottenham High, Grady Addison, and D12 High School. All those schools, man, you know those days when you were in school, maybe you participated in this, you're going to be thinking about those days. And trust me, you wouldn't be on your seat or in your bed as the event or the parade proceeds here. You're going to be maybe jumping off your bed, watching and on your toes. You know, sometimes you may even want to respond to what is going on here, the left, right, and you know, all of those things. You're going to be responding to that because it takes your mind way back, you know, your days of high school, You know, even you can be as old as maybe a man in his 50s or a lady in her 50s. Trust me, once the sound of the drum goes, once the first drum goes, doom doom, wow, try it. Then it takes your mind way back to those days when you were in high school. So there is no one who, you know, went to school here, especially most of these schools. These are leading schools in the country, permanent schools in the country, that cannot give some, you know, explanation or experience about how they participated in this entire exercise here from Liberia. So if you're out of the country, no matter how it is, you've participated in this entire process. So
Yeah. So always hold your mind. What I taught you the one time, put it on use. Put it on use. No money, crap. It says,
okay, so it's Grady Addison. Grady Addison is regularly, is mostly known for winning this exercise. They are regularly part of this exercise. Grady Allison. I know some of you getting worried, you know, you believe you're burning your data, you're not seeing what you want to see, you want to see the feet moving now, the left, right, with the sound of the jump, and then the band comes in. so you want to get that by now, but you're not hearing or seeing that. So you're saying, what's going on? Okay, very shortly it's going to begin. It started off since some of the students arrived here as early as 4 a.m. this morning. As early as 4 a.m. this morning, some of the students were already here. So they are still here. A very short day. I mean, some minutes ago, they were, you know, trying to vibrate the system. That the guys on Super say, trying to warm up, and then they did the warm up, and now they are into attention. I say the coach is beating some of the students as well. And you know, this place is just not far from the beach, and then the rain has added that up. And this is how it's like usually. So most of the students here, if this is not their first time participating in the Flag Day celebration, you will by now know that this is how it is like almost every year. The rain will fall, the rain beat you up. And I think this is better than when the sun is shining and you're parading. It becomes very tense for you. It becomes very excruciating. You don't, you know, you aren't able to bear the sun while you are also parading. So with this type of weather that this, I think it's preferable. This is the preferred weather for such an event, for such a gathering of young people who are here to show some level of patriotism, and that is by celebrating the flag of Liberia. Everywhere you go, and one of the things I've noticed is that no matter how the level of resemblance in the flag of other countries, there is something that will distinct, you know, that country's flag from the other country. Okay, so everywhere you go, if you see another country's flag, it is very much impossible for two countries to have the same design and everything all together. Say for instance, territories or countries like Puerto Rico, if you see the Puerto Rican flag, it is synonymous to the Liberian flag, but it has some difference in terms of the, you know, the arrow in the middle of the Puerto Rican flag. So the United States of America's flag, and then the Liberian flag. So all those, it is very difficult. I've never seen that for two countries.
Nobody has been able to see record. Everybody going, nobody died, everybody come back.
So these are young people here who are participating. This young lady leading this group, students. Yeah, we don't know, or we do not have a particular itinerary to tell us exactly when this is going to start or what is contributing to the delay. We cannot give you a reason behind this, what is contributing towards the delay here. But this is how it's left. So we just been signaled that in 7 minutes time, this must start. And what is usually done is that the staff at the beginning of the entire parade here, they have a mixture of different schools. So let me just give you a view of what I'm talking about. So you see, the Cathedral College School, Grady Allison, D12, Tottenham, different schools, you know, leading the staff. So the very first line of our students leading this, they are always going to be a mixture of the schools to give you a picture of how this is like. To give you a picture of how this is like in terms of the first line. But then when you get at the back, each school has its own, you know, battalion here. Each school has its own battalion here. So keep following. This is DN News Liberia. Keep following us as you will very, very, very shortly begin this entire parade here live from the Barclay Training Center. So it's BTC, just a few walk away from the Atlantic Ocean. So this place is cool. When you see, then the rain has come to increase the condition here. Very shortly it's going to start. Very shortly it's going to start. Let's keep following DN News Liberia. Very, very shortly this is going to start. See this commander here at the beginning of this troop. So you see him. I mean, it's so very much attentive. Very much attentive. I know the last time the Armed Forces of Liberia had some announcement about recruitment, there were hundreds of young people who were sleeping outside of the BTC. That is to tell you the number of people that want to join the Armed Forces of Liberia. So, or maybe some paramilitary, even paramilitary institutions come on and say, okay, we want to recruit. We saw that. Don't spoil your camera. Yeah. We saw that with the Liberian Immigration Service. When they came up to announce recruitment, when they needed, I think, about 500 persons, and then thousands more persons applied and came forward to be recruited into the Liberian Immigration Service. So many Liberians would love to join, you know, paramilitary and military institutions. I believe they admire it, but the government always cry on resources, or no resources to do this, no resources to do that. But in an event wherein you could do it from a different program, if these young people want to get recruited, have a different level cadet program in terms of paramilitary, okay, different levels. Like in the United States of America, they have the National Guard, then you have the U.S. Army, you have the U.S. Marine, okay, you have the Navy, and different institutions. So, for instance, if you want to, copy that, you could have another level of the army, like in the case of the National Guard, but they're not, full army, okay? Like the National Guard, recruit young people who around the ages of 18 to 21, trained into military or combat, military discipline, and then they can also be inculcated or trained in the area of different TVET, technical and vocational education, and those people will be on a military or command to carry on different works. If you command them and say, go and do this role, go and maybe they are engineers, they are plumbers from different things, agriculturists, you can put them there. But once you bring that up, the government does not have resources. That's the regular thing. So very shortly it's going to begin. You travel, you gotta be doing that travel with it. I don't know when they're gonna start again. Generally when it's paid up, I can go off. Then we'll start another one. Then go out and take pictures. Got you saying you're coming to take pictures. So very shortly the parade is going to begin. Very shortly it's going to begin. But another thing we'd like to inform you about is that this is a competition, okay? So it's not just merely a parade to observe the flag and celebrate the flag and go home. No, it is usually a competition where schools are graded, and then the best performing schools walk away with the victory. So it is not just an event for regular parade or maybe just barely a parade or so. So schools compete. Schools are competing. Like you listen to the officers of the armed forces of Liberia, these are all trained men. They've all said that these schools should be attentive because grading has begun. They've started grading them, and they're going to be graded based on their composure, how they stand, how they look in terms of the height and everything. So we stay here and waiting the sound of the very first jump when it's going to begin from the Barclay Training Center. We're going to go for this. Gonna go for this very short break.